All right, Jake with Bond Performance here. Just wrapped up swapping some injectors on my 2011 Suburban. It's a half ton, so it's a 5.3, Gen 4, all aluminum. So if you're looking for apples to apples on your vehicle, if you've got the aluminum heads and block, 2010 to 2000, I want to say 15 is when the Gen 5 came out. This will apply to you. So replaced the original 160,000 mile injectors with a fresh OEM AC Delco set with tax and shipping and all that. It was about 500 bucks. Might have been for nothing, but just a good routine maintenance thing to do. To either have these cleaned and flow tested or replaced, just for the sake of downtime and my time. Plan on taking this thing on vacation. Made more sense for me to just grab a new set. So let me give you a quick run through. Okay, so as far as basic tools, you'll need fuel line / AC line declipping tool, just to help you out. 3/8 is the proper size for this GM fuel line. And then just standard, well, I say standard, just a regular metric set of wrenches. You'll need wrenches and sockets for this job. Obviously want to disconnect the battery. I've still got the engine cover off here. I unclipped the throttle body, harness, the injectors obviously on this side. Pressure's bled off there. And coming around to this side, took the wire off the alternator and the connector there. Standoff for this large lead here. This is where the fuel line gets decoupled. You'll also have to unclip these evap and PCV vents. They're a little bit of a pain in the ass. That's why I had channel locks out. This one's a 1/4 turn. Just be careful you don't break it in the back like I did. Just as a temporary repair to get me going again, I shrink wrapped it to put the two pieces back together. This isn't like a pressure carrying vessel, so it should be all right for now, but I will be replacing this line when I get around to it. There's 4 8mm bolts that hold the rail to the intake manifold, and it's pretty straightforward. I used this bracket as a point to zip tie this harness up out of the way to give me some more room to work. There's a push pin here. I'm guessing this is evap solenoid to pull that straight off the rail. So that gives you all the access you need with all this wiring pulled out of the way. If you can't get all of your injector harnesses loose, this driver side is harder because these green clips, you have to pull up on the clip and then depress the tab. It's a little bit harder to get at because they're facing away from you. So I actually pulled the rail before unclipping 2 of those. If you lose a couple injectors, don't worry about it. Just try to have good housekeeping and clean this whole area so you're not losing debris down in there. These plastic shields are pretty rotted on this thing. I've got a bunch of them crumbled on the ground after this, so make sure you keep that out of your engine. As these things get older, that will become a bigger issue. So yeah, carefully prying on the bolt heads of your coil packs. Unseat the rail with a small pry bar. I guess I already put it away. Oh, here it is. Just try to work your way side to side. It's not too hard to get it loose. Pull that straight out. I will say that the uncoupling tool for the fuel line on the rail, you're gonna have to put some pretty decent force on it. Getting up in the engine bay or using a step stool like I did will help you out. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I'll post some pictures of swapping these injectors out over here on the bench. Use a little bit of Vaseline on the O-rings to lubricate going back together. You don't want to cut O-rings. And hang on to your old injectors. They are serviceable. My local-ish place charges 25 bucks a piece, if I remember correctly. It might be 22 because these are top loading. So I'll have those refurbished at some point to have a spare set to rotate through, or possibly if I ever do a turbo LS build, which you might be watching this to be interested in that, you can uncap these injectors to increase the flow rating. This is a flex fuel truck, so they're already rated for a little bit more than the standard ones. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys the quick and dirty. I would have liked to see a video like this before I started, just to give me a better idea of what I was biting into. I would have done a more complete video for you, but I do have to head to work today, and I wanted to make sure that I had time to get this thing done. It's not that it's my daily driver, but you know, didn't want to leave it halfway finished before I had to go to my real job. So if this video helped you out, subscribe, comment below, and I appreciate watching. Hopefully this project will help you improve the performance mileage on your 5.3. You'd have to do some digging, but I want to say these same processes and parts apply to other LT, LS style engines. So yeah, thanks for watching. Little bonus content for those of you that stuck around all the way to the end. The reason why I switched these injectors is actually two-sided. First, it's nice and warm out today. Truck says 55, but the battery is unhooked, so it has no clue what's going on. It's actually about 80 degrees here in South Carolina today. This thing had a really hard time with cold starts, 30 degrees or below. I went after the throttle body first, so that's kind of the most probable cause. The spark plugs in this thing only have about 40,000 miles on them, which I am going to throw a set of plugs at it too, just to keep up on things. But the other thing I noticed is when I first bought this, it had 117,000 miles on it. I immediately tuned it to get rid of the displacement on demand, and I put on the AEM cold air intake that you might have noticed when I was under the hood, and this thing jumped up in mileage enormously. It went from getting about 13 around town to 17 to 17 and a half around town, and it went from getting about 15 on the highway to 19 to, if you were staying under 75, even up to 20 miles per hour, or 20 miles to the gallon on the highway, which is nothing to be ashamed of with a four-wheel drive truck this size. And over the last couple years, the mileage has slipped back to close to where it was pre-tune and intake, and with gas over $5 a gallon nationwide here, I figured now is a good time to go after the injectors. I can see on the camera that the LED dash is kind of hard to read, but it's got just under 160,000 miles. Might be placebo effect, but it definitely feels better. I'll update in the description or the comments later if this does bounce back my fuel mileage. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully if you've got cold start issues, or if your mileage has been slipping, this will be a good fix for you, a good solution. I'm gonna let this guy over because I'm just gonna turn around and head back to the shop. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.